thank you and welcome to the show today. The topic today is the Minority Business Exchange, and we're fortunate to have with us this morning to talk about the Minority Business Exchange Mr. JWilliams, and of course Mr. Williams is the president of the Minority Business Exchange, and Mr. Alan Smith. And Mr. Smith is the chairman of the Minority Business Exchange. And let me welcome both of you to the show this morning. And let me also make you aware that I gave your names in reverse, and they've probably got the graphics of the two of you mixed up, but we'll get all of that straightened out later on. But nevertheless, let me thank the two of you for coming by, Mr. Smith and Mr. Williams, to talk about what we consider to be a very, very important topic today, and that is the Minority Business Exchange. But before we get into that, Mr. Smith, as the chairman of the Minority Business Exchange, and the two of you are from Charlotte, North Carolina, as the chairman of the Minority Business Exchange, let's have you to give us some information about your background, your education, and your experiences. And of course, Mr. Williams will give us essentially the same, well, similar kind of information. And then we'll talk about the business exchange itself and get into some other things dealing with the African-American and business situation, as well as the other minorities, because I'm sure that when you talk about minorities, you're speaking specifically about a large number of other groups outside of African-Americans. So let's start off with you, Mr. Smith.
Well, actually, I am not from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm from Denver, Colorado. Moved to Charlotte, North Carolina about 2 years ago in marketing. I've worked in the radio marketing business for about 7 years now. And it is there where I began to see the real need for minority businesses and how we develop them and how we play a key part in the developing of our own minority businesses. I have a BA degree in communications from Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio, where I also studied and minored in speech as well. So I know a little bit about minorities and the role that we play in the economy, coming from a black institution, and of course working in black radio for 7 years.
Very good. Mr. Williams?
I'm actually from North Carolina. I was raised in Lewisburg, North Carolina. I've worked in the broadcast industry for about 12 years, sales and marketing. I made my way back to North Carolina after working for different corporations in different states about 1.5 years ago. That's where I met Mr. Smith. I was educated at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, the Tar Heels, and I have a BA degree in economics. I think one of the most important things, to reiterate what Mr. Smith said, is that being in the industry that we're in and working with so many corporations, from the largest corporation to the smallest of businesses, we saw a lot of things that were needed in the minority communities as far as business issues are concerned. And we decided to get together and do some things to help that out.
And so, Mr. Smith, you have what we call the Minority Business Exchange, which in reality is a relatively new name in terms of organizations that are put together to help minorities. Now, let's talk about the Minority Business Exchange. What is it all about?
Well, when you said the Minority Business Exchange is relatively new, you're exactly right, but the concept is not new. The biggest difference with the Minority Business Exchange is that we are actively pursuing minorities to give them the proper information, and we are dedicated to that service, and we have been for 3 years now. And the way we do that, that is different than some of the other things that are out there, is the marketing aspect of it. Our marketing is very extensive. And what we do is we reach out to all of the pockets in all of the minority communities, not just the African-American community, but the rapidly growing Hispanic, Latino community, the Asian Indian community, as well as minority women and disabilities. And what we do is we invite them for a very reasonable price and provide them with the best information to continue their business or develop their business as it relates to small business needs.
And so, Mr. Williams,